This is the four boys. I think most of you have met Thor. He's my oldest. He's 8 years old. Apollo is going to be 5 in June. And Triton, nudging Justin, is about a year and a half. And Loki turned 1 in February. So those are the 4 pups. Triton is checking out the laundry to see what he can steal. He's my counter surfer. As you can see, they have a nice bucket full of toys. So they tend to change their favorites, but whenever mommy's picking up, that's their favorite for the time. Hi, guys. Right now, Apollo is chewing on a chew toy. And if one of the other dogs had a different toy, then that would be his favorite and he would want that one. Would anybody like to go out? Oh, come on. They're going to love this because they haven't been out for a couple of days. We were trying to seed the backyard. So let's watch them all run out. We do have a fenced in backyard. And we do have neighbors next year, 5-year-old twin girls, and they always look for them when they come out. Yes, they're a lot of behavior training. Not so much, like we didn't take any specific classes, but we had done a lot of basic obedience training, starting with what they call Star Puppy, and that's for puppies under 6 months old. And then once they finish that, the program that we use now is called the CLASS, C-L-A-S-S system. And they go through bachelor's, master's, and PhD. And just before we were sequestered, Loki and Triton had just finished masters and were ready to go on to PhD. So that not only had they done Star Puppy, they had done bachelor's, master's, and a CGC class, which I even feel is harder to pass than the therapy test that we have to take. As you can see, I have 4 males, 3 of which are not neutered, so they're intact. The whole philosophy has changed on when you neuter males, or even any dog. They like you to wait till they're 2 years old now, at least, because it helps their growth plates. So by neutering them early, they say that it stunts the development. And then also mine are purebred golden retrievers, and the breeder actually has the right to breed them. So once they're old enough, they could be bred. So they could be, Apollo does have puppies, and Triton and Loki could have puppies as well. I don't know if anybody saw the national, around Thanksgiving, they had the nationals down in Philadelphia, and there was a dog named Daniel that won that. Daniel was at Westminster. He won the sporting, but he didn't win best of show. And he is actually my Loki's half brother. They have the same father, so it's kind of cool. Their new favorite actually is carrots, which is a great treat for them because it's low calorie. And it's really funny because when you say the word carrot, you want them to come in and you say, "Do you want carrots?" They'll run up the stairs. They are very smart. They do know all the food, you know, like if you say breakfast, lunch, or dinner, they know those words and they know where they're supposed to be for those. They are very smart. I needed to go out to vet. Loki has a slight ear infection right now, so I had to go pick up some more medication. I said to Thor, "Do you want to go? Do you want to go with me?" And he ran to the front gate in the family room, just so excited to go out for a ride. They do, and they each do certain things. Not all dogs will do the same tricks. Like Thor will not catch, and he won't retrieve, but the other dogs might do that. He can catch a treat. Do a high five. Oh, there we go. That's good. Have them do a spin. There we go. All right, so Triton is doing a fetch. Come here. Oops.
No.
I don't know if you saw that, but Apollo stole.
There we go.
Apollo. Good boy. That is a bumper, is what they're, I don't know. And basically it's for training for field. They use it a lot for the, this is something we really can't show when we have them on a lead at the library. You wouldn't want them running through the library like this.
The playful
but
side.
you bet, you know, those that have visited them can, you know, can appreciate how calm they really are while they're at the library. Not really. We have tried a few times. It took a lot of coaxing to get them in the water. My daughter has a pool, and
There you go.
now this is the game they play. Is they'll go inside and they'll rest for a few minutes, and then they'll ask to go back outside. There you go. We use dentist sticks for the teeth, but they do recommend that you brush their teeth as well. As I said, you know, like Loki has a little bit of an ear infection right now, so of course that has to be treated. I'm really lucky he's really good about it. It's just some medicine you put in the ear. Ooh, I probably Triton. He has a sound. It's actually he seems to have inherited it from Zeus. It's a whoop 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 sound. I would say all of them, you know, are very protective of the house when people walk by, and will. I don't know if you can see them, but they're all watching my husband in the kitchen to see what he's getting. We keep a barrier there and at the other side of the room, just so they can't get, you know, like somebody opens the front door, they can't get out. So eventually when they're a little bit older and not getting into everything, because the puppies still get into everything, we will be able to leave those open. But right now, Triton and Loki still tend to take things that they're not supposed to. This is their area, and as you can see, they're their crates. That's Triton's, and then That's Loki's. And Thor and Apollo have run of the room. Usually they sleep on the couch, and they have the whole couch. Sometimes they sleep on the floor, sometimes on the couch. So we do still have Prince's crate in here, but I think I'm ready to take that down now. We did actually have a guest here back in October, and he used that crate. So, but yeah, the two puppies get crated when we can't keep an eye on them. As I said, they can get into some trouble. Do you guys want to go back out? So we'll take them back out. And this could be an all-day thing. I call it the in and out game. We do miss all our friends. Yes. Being able to bring them out. Apollo. Yeah, Apollo's talking. He's like, don't ignore me. There is a 10-color spectrum for golden retrievers. Thor is very white, so he would be like a number 1. And then sometimes you'll see the really red goldens. Those are a number 10. Justin, be careful. We do go hiking. You know, we do take them out on walks, and they do love going out. We do a lot of, you know, like when we can, where there's a lot of people, like the outlets. And we like to go up to Salem, Mass, and walk around. Mm-hmm. Because there are lots of people, and there's plenty of people to pet them, and that is part of the socialization that's necessary to be a therapy dog. So, you know, they have to be accepting of all types of people, and that really helps, because when you're out in the community like that, they can you know, they can meet children, they can meet older folks, they can meet people in wheelchairs. So that's what's great about it. You meet a good mixture, so that when they come in contact in their therapy situations, it doesn't faze them.
That's Joyce feeding them clementines as well, people.
Oh, okay. Just during this quarantine period, they started eating clementines. Okay, you start right away, or at least I do. As soon as they come home, you start socializing them. The company I am certified with, they have to be a year old, and that I have had to have owned them for 6 months. So I can't go to a shelter, adopt a dog, and then take the therapy test. I have to have had him for at least 6 months. They have to become acclimated. When you rescue a dog, they say that it takes 3 months for them to acclimate into the new situation. Let's see if I can get him to play with it instead of biting it. Come on, come on. The idea is for them to push it around and it roll. So for those that just came in, Triton's the one trying to pick up the purple egg, and Loki has the orange ball, and Apollo is standing over him. And the other human is my son, Justin. You know, patience, good treats. The older ones have really trained the younger ones, because we had Prince Zeus, Thor, and Apollo trained to do that. So it was just a matter of getting the puppies. As puppies, you start, as soon as they come home, getting them posing with the other 4. It was 4, because we brought Triton home as number 5. And I have some pictures of him as a puppy, first couple of weeks that he was home, where the other 4 in perfect position, and you get his back end because he's jumping off the couch. Let's see if I can get Loki to catch. Oh, almost. We're working on that. Can you sit? Good boy. Can you catch? Good boy. You know, they all do something a little different. Sometimes you can get them all to do the same trick, and sometimes you can't. But as you can see, they're nice. I think they've had a lot of exercise this last hour. Crichton, crate. Good boy. As you can see, the two young boys get fed in their crates. It's to kind of keep them so that we know who's eating and who isn't. Because if, you know, one of them gets, oh, this is pretty funny. So Justin's putting down his, and now he's gonna, and this is his spot down over here.
Wait.